So we've got a great question here. This, I suppose, is it a question or maybe more so of a comment? But anyway, let's read through it. I've known about this method for a while. I've looked into it for my daughter. She's 12. Our optometrist actually said what I told him made sense and took some notes. I'll be in touch on Instagram. It all makes sense. The science, the biology, active focus. I don't wear glasses, but even find myself doing active focus now. So this is really, really good. I'm so encouraged to hear that the optometrist took this on board, which is great for you and great for your daughter. I find it just really, really makes me happy, because hopefully at 12 that your daughter's myopia isn't too bad, and we're in the pseudo-myopia range, basically less than 1.5 diopters, and at that age, given opportunities to use her vision in the distance, she should be able to make some really good progress. And especially if you've got professional help, and if this optometrist really understands the process, which I'm sure they will, then that's really, really encouraging news, and I'm delighted to hear that. Yeah, please do get in touch on Instagram. I haven't heard from you yet. Make sure when you're getting in touch that you let me know that it's you who left this comment. But yeah, I agree. It does all make sense. The science, the biology, active focus. This is the type of thing I wish I knew when I started wearing glasses when I was 13. And then I spent the best part of 2.5 decades with poor eyesight before I learned this method. Granted, the last decade was a lot of experimentation with different methods to improve my eyesight, but eventually I got there, and I'm really happy that some people are getting benefit from what I put out there, and yeah, just makes me happy. And yeah, do get in touch. I'd love to hear more from you and see and hear about what your optometrist is doing to help your daughter. I'm sure you've got a good idea for yourself since you've known about this method for a while, so you'll be able to cross-check and ensure that things are going in the right direction. Great stuff. Really, really good comment. Thank you. Now, on to the next question. It reads, how long should I do active focus? When I hold clear vision, my eyes feel stressed. Is that normal? Well, 2 questions there. I'll start with the second one first. When you hold clear vision, my eyes feel stressed. Is that normal? Not really. Stressed, they shouldn't feel. They should feel a little bit challenged when you do active focus, and you might feel a little bit of a sensation of heat in your eyes temporarily, and a little bit of tearing in your eyes when you learn how to do it first. This usually lessens as you learn how to do it, but yeah, it should be very temporary, and in an odd way it should feel quite nice. I liken it to if you've ever used shampoo with peppermint oil in it. When you put it on your scalp, it's really kind of, there's a heat feeling, but it's also kind of cooling at the same time. That's what the feeling is for me, and some of my clients as well that I've spoken to have reinforced that, not reinforced, but have experienced the same thing as well. And when I describe it like that, they said, yeah, that's what it feels like for me. So yeah, I'm rambling a little bit here, but yeah, it shouldn't feel stressed. It should feel a little bit challenged. And you're talking the language here. You're saying I hold clear vision. That's good. You use the active focus to clear things up, but it shouldn't be a hold like you're bearing down and gritting your teeth and really focusing hard. That's not what you're doing. It's not squinting. I've done a video about this. It's take a look at people who have naturally good vision and have never worn glasses. Their way of gazing at the world is very fluid. So you're not holding anything. You're allowing yourself to see well, as opposed to forcing yourself to see well. It's a little bit of a funny one to wrap your head around, but just notice that and observe people who've got good vision. There's a fluidness, or fluidity to it. A way to practice this for yourself is to talk about this in the Bates method, and it's something that I do like in the Bates method, is this notion of oppositional movement. So as you focus on an object, let me see here, and then you've got something behind. As you move around and look at the object, it appears that the object you're focused on is still, whereas the object behind moves. So let me do it like that, maybe better. So I'm looking at this object, and then an object behind. As I'm changing my gaze, it seems to shift. If you can allow that to happen, it's a way to experience that fluidity of vision. Now in my demonstration I held my hands here, that's just so I'm on the camera. I'm not talking about doing it this close up. A better example of how you could do it outdoors would be, for example, if you're walking in the street and you could focus just on one car while say a parked car, for example, and you're walking along the footpath, and then just observe how the background seems to move in one direction and the car goes in another direction. Very difficult to explain, but on a video like this, in brief, without diagrams and illustrations. But yeah, that's what I'm getting at. I hope that helps, but just think fluidity and not trying to hold vision, but more like allowing the vision to happen to you. So don't stress, don't strain, and don't try and see things that are incredibly blurry. Again, use your vision at the edge of the blur horizon. Just when it's going from clear, it becomes a little blurry, but you can still make out what things are. That's where you want to be. And then your second question is, how long should I do active focus? This is the classic, how long is a piece of string? It depends kind of answer. It really does depend. If you're just beginning, then you should just do a little bit, 5-10 minutes a day. See if you can get it. If you're having issues, like you said, where it's causing stress, back off, do just 5 minutes a day, practice, see can you get it. And also, maybe might be helpful, instead of thinking about active focus all the time, think about what I said at answering the first question. Just think about using your vision at the edge of its blur horizon whilst allowing the vision to be fluid and allow things to clear up. So I've answered this in another question where I said, go for a walk and just take time to look into the distance. So whether that's, if you're pseudomyopic, you won't be wearing any glasses, but if, say, you've got -4 prescription, your normalized glasses will be around -3.75 or -3.5. Have those on, look into the distance and be using your vision at the edge of your blur horizon. Do that for 30 minutes and then observe the differences in your vision from the beginning of that walk and the end of that walk without trying to find active focus. Just look into the distance. You should find that it's easier to see the things in the distance more quickly, and if you, at the end of the walk, look at your phone briefly, like for 5 seconds, and look back up, you'll notice that your eyes can see and bring the things in the distance into focus much quicker than if you did the same thing at the beginning of the walk. So yeah, let me know if that's useful and let me know how you get on. Really good question though, it's quite commonly asked, so thanks for that.